Okay, we're driving south on Wadsworth, getting ready to go under C470, and we are on our way to Chatfield State Park here in Colorado. I've camped here several times with my trailer over the last 4 years. One of my favorite places to camp in the state of Colorado. They have nice big open sites, and the only drawback is that you can only stay there for 14 days out of every 45 days. And then you have to move to another state park. But fortunately, there are 3 state parks which were within an hour of Denver. You can stay here at Chatfield, you can go stay at Cherry Creek State Park, or you can go up a little bit past Golden into Golden Gate State Park, or Golden Gate Canyon State Park, I think is the full name of it. But between those 3, so 14, 28, that'll give you 42 days of 45 before you can go back and start the cycle all over again. Finding parking spaces for your camper in Colorado typically isn't cheap, and when it is, it's not someplace that you probably want to park. But Colorado is a great place to visit. Things that you can see at Chatfield here, a lot of times on the weekends, or even a few weekdays, you'll see hot air balloons out here. They have a nice swim beach, a lot of boats and jet skis out on the water. And we're going to come in on the kind of southwest entrance and drive all the way through the park up to kind of the northeast entrance. I believe the annual park pass is, I think it's like $80. And you kind of get quick entrance if you have that. I used mine last year when I was parking out here. I didn't stay this year because of I wasn't certain whether they were going to close the state parks again. You know, they closed 43 states, closed their state parks to camping. And I understand part of it was cleaning restrooms and that type of thing, but the reality is that most people that are out here camping are in their own RVs, and you can't get more socially distanced than that. So it didn't make any logical sense to me that they did that. But here you can see it off in the distance here a little bit. This is the beach area. This is on a Tuesday afternoon, so quite a few people out here. More than I thought there would be. The nice thing about camping out here is you have a lot of wildlife, so it's a pretty good chance that when you wake up in the morning and drive in or out, that you'll see deer running around. The other factor is that they have rangers at both entrances to check people coming in and out, but fortunately they don't ever lock the gates at night. There's not, so you can come and go any time of day that you want to. There is, I know, some horseback riding in here that you can do. Just, I think, two or 3 years ago, they redid a lot of this road and a lot of the park in general, because to expand the capacity of how much water they can hold in the reservoir. Chatfield Reservoir was built in response to the 1964 floods in Littleton that basically wiped out a lot of businesses in downtown and just severe flooding. So they built this to try to alleviate that possibility from ever happening again. Now, coming up here on the right in a little bit, they have a separate little lake that is for paddle boards, I think, and kayaks and that type of stuff that aren't out on the big lake. So when I was in high school, we drove by here all the time, as my dad had a membership up at Arrowhead Golf Course, which was in the Red Rocks up here, and so we'd drive by here heading out there at least once a week for a year. Lots of nice bike and hiking trails. Looks like they have some paddle boats out there too. Now there are 4 camping loops here, and some of them have, I think one loop has full hookups, It's maybe one or two, and then the others just have electric, so that you have to dump on the way out. I'll point out the dump station as we drive past it on the way out. It's on the north end of the park. I don't think there's a dump station on the south end. They do have water spigots throughout the loops, but unless you get a site that is close to one of the water spigots, then you aren't going to have enough hose to get water to your van to fill up your tank. Chatfield and Cherry Creek both have model airplane flight areas. South end. Looks like they're building a whole bunch of homes here on the south end of the park. They've changed it to where you used to check in at the campground, but now if you have reservations, you can go directly to your campsite. We had a little bit of a fire out here at some point. This is Loop D. Nice bathhouse there. I think some of the bathhouses out here have laundry facilities in them if you need them. Loop D appears to have full hookups. So you have, for those that aren't familiar with RV terms, that means water, electric, and sewer. You have all three. I know there is one loop out here that they keep open all year long. Now you don't have water. If it gets below freezing, they'll shut off water to all the sites, but you'd still have electricity. London Air. Never seen that RV type before. one of the nice things that I've found about Chatfield and Cherry Creek is that you can bring your RV out here and park it, and then if you have some friends that want to tent camp, they can also, there's enough space that they can pitch a tent nearby you on the same campsite, so that you both, more people. Not that that's the right thing to do in this day and age, but it is a possibility out here. On the right, they have a group camping area. They actually closed the road to the ranger station now. I guess they don't have people manning it at all. Everything's going to curbside service. This is Loop C. I've stayed in here in a couple different sites. 104, that has the water across from it. I think I've stayed in 106, 105 or 106. Restrooms in the center. Here's another water spigot across from 112. As I say, you have big pull-through sites here. That's one of the nice things about coming here to camp. And I think I've stayed here at 122 as well. There's a water spigot up here by 124. Now, this particular loop, there's two circles, an inner circle and an outer circle. I just drove around the outer circle. Biker. Okay, now we're going into Loop B. I think it's the same situation that you just have. Actually, you have water, electric. Looks like this is full hookups in B. Yep, it is. I can only ever remember coming out here to the beach one time when I was in high school. Came out with Mike Mitchell and his sister Debbie. Can't remember who else was there. You can see the lake off on the distance. You know, the campsites aren't really that close to the actual water here. They kind of sit on a ledge up above, which is good in the fact that when the lake is flooded, they don't have any problems. But with the campgrounds, usually, if you haven't made reservations summertime for here by February, you're going to start running into having issues finding available spots. I say this is a very popular park and they're full most all the time. Here we are again at the group camping area where we turned in a little while ago. And I think they've redone that. I think they have electric at all the group camping sites now. And now we are Loop A. And this looks to be full hookups too. I thought there was only one or two loops that had full hookups. In reality, it turns out there's only one loop that doesn't. It makes me wonder now if when I make reservations in February for the next year, whether that's not early enough, because I usually end up in Loop C that doesn't have the full hookups. Or maybe it's just the cheaper price. It could be part of the factor too. But with my rig, can't really go full 2 weeks on just filling up the water tank once. Each loop has their own camp host. I've never had to interact with any of them, except for maybe when they've come through and told me they were shutting off the water because it was going to freeze that night. which can still happen out here until in May. Okay, and here's the dump station, drinking water. You know, I haven't ever driven down here to the marina and the boat ramp. And that's basically it for Chatfield State Park. Give you an idea of the various camp loops and facilities they have to offer. We'll get back out here to the south exit, the southeast exit. I may have misstated earlier which exit was which. But we came in through the northwest entrance and going out through the southeast entrance. And that's it here from Littleton, Colorado, where I've lived for almost 25 years, I think. 23. 4 years of high school in 1997 to 2016 when I started this adventure on the road. But thank you for spending time with me today. If you like what I'm doing, hit the thumbs up button and subscribe below. And otherwise, I'll talk to you again soon. Thank you very much. Have a great day.